Good morning and welcome to Hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to seven, and the creator of what is going to be the number one most watched morning show in the world. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's up, everybody? It is Black Friday. Can you believe it? It's Black Friday, November 23rd, 2018. That's right, the first and last time it will ever be Friday, November 23rd, 2018. So we want to make sure we make the absolute most of this absolutely incredible day. You down? I'm down. Listen, shortly I'm getting ready to introduce you to Mr. Alan Dickie. They call him the Ace Man. We got to find out what that's all about. But I'm going to introduce you to Mr. Alan Dickie. He is a speaker, a trainer, a coach, and just a really cool dude. So I'm super excited to introduce all of you guys to him this morning. Make sure that we hit that share button because we want to get everybody up in here. It's the best way to show our guests that we care. The shares show that we care. So I'm glad you guys are here. But first, listen, I want to do a little shout out to those of you that did the Turkey Day Challenge yesterday. That was some pretty incredible stuff. I don't know where that came from. For those of you that guys, that missed it yesterday, I just felt like challenging you guys to go live and talk about specific people that you were thankful for and why you were thankful for them, and go ahead and tag them in some posts. And a bunch of you guys did that. Josh, my man, he hopped on there, and that was incredible. And it was just so cool to see yesterday in the middle of all of that, abundance. It was cool to see yesterday in the middle of being with our families and spending that time. It was really cool to see the hashtag Rise and Grind family out there giving the shout out specifically. Man, I'll tell you guys, sometimes it can be, you can say, yes, I'm thankful for my family, or you can say, yes, I'm thankful for people that I work with. But sometimes when we are thankful for groups, people can get lost. Individuals can get lost in there. So when we take the time to target and shout out to specific people, it really has an impact. It had an impact on me. And I, for one, I just got to thank you guys because it was absolutely incredible. Now, yesterday, I also announced that we were going to do a planner giveaway, which I've got the planners in my hands right now. These things are incredible, guys. I'm telling you, I'm going to be shipping out some of them. I'm going to package them up today, I think is the plan. What just happened? My screen just did something weird. I'm going to package a bump today is the plan. I'm going to run into work for a while, package some of these out, but they're starting to roll out. So I told you guys yesterday that I was going to give away a planner to whoever. You got one entry for every 20 people you invited to the group. And after going through, you guys invited quite a few people. My computer's doing something weird. I'm sorry. I hate to get distracted. It just keeps popping up a screen. But anyways, after sorting through, I've got my winner this morning. Where's it at? My winner this morning is Nathan Tworick. My man, Nathan Tworick. You, sir, just won yourself a hashtag Rise and Grind 2019 interactive planner. You're going to love it. Congratulations. Speaking of the planners, and I know I've been hammering you guys on this for a few days, and I'm going to hammer you again this morning. Today is the last day of the 20% off sale on the 2019 hashtag Rise and Grind interactive planners. Today is the last day. Now listen, you are going to buy stuff today. It's Black Friday, man. This is the day. People are going to be spending money today. You're going to spend some money today. And I'm telling you, you need to invest $50 in yourself today. You need to do it. You need to go to glennlundy.com and get the planner. You also, even better, invest $50 in someone close to you, in a family member. Listen, this is not a planner that you're going to buy and sit up on the shelf. I'm not going to let you. It's the only planner in the world that comes with me. It comes with a person. It comes with accountability. We're going to work through this thing together in 2019. That's why I'm hammering you on it, because it's so important. And I can tell you right now, if you don't buy it today, you're going to be kicking yourself in the butt because you're going to end up buying it later anyway. I promise. I've done this for years. This is sales 101, man. I'm telling you, I know how it works. I know how it works. So put together the $50. You know you got $50. Go to the site, get the planner. It's going to change your 2019, okay? Listen, you can watch these shows all day long. You can watch them all day long, but until we start taking some actual action, we start working on this stuff together, we start working through it day by day by day, until we actually apply this stuff, you're not going to level up. You'll have the info, but now we got to take action. So this is your action item, the first step to making an incredible 2019. Go out there. I'm going to hammer you all day today. You're going to see ads. I'm just letting you know. I'm prepping you right now. I'm going to give you plenty of opportunities. Make sure you buy the planner. Join me on the journey. Okay, that's the hard pitch. There you go. I care, man. I care. Listen, we got to get to my man, Alan Dickie. He's sitting there like, bro, you got me on this show at 5:30 in the morning. I'm over here drinking coffee. You're over here selling planners. So we got to get Ace Man on here. But first, y'all know what we got to do. First, let's dance. How's this one sound today? Let's see. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that right there. Y'all cool with that? I'm cool with that. Hey, for those of you that know, and those of you that don't know, this is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. That's right. I need you to hit that share button because I truly believe that if we can change the way people start the day, we can make a massive impact on this planet. And sometimes all it takes to change someone's day is for you to hit that share button. This is also the part of the show where I'm going to say good morning to you, and I need you to say good morning to me. Whether you're watching on replay or you're watching live, throw a comment in there. I'll get back to you. I'll say good morning like I did to my man Casey Rossiter. Good morning, Jeffrey Lee Parton. What's up, Mike Brockway? How are you, sir? Archie's up in the house. Of course, my man Josh. Oh, Susan Rose is up in here. Janelle Griego's up in here. Good morning, Ray Hatcher, Keith McKenzie, Mrs. Beth Workman. Glad to see you. What's up, Joe Leach? Archie, did I already say Archie? I don't think so. Good morning, Archie. What's up, Vic Everett? Joshua Stifler. Melissa Gomez is up in here. My man Nathan Tworick, who just won a hashtag Rise and Grind Planner. He's up in here. CJ Craig Miles, Gail B. Craft David. Everybody's up in here. Black Friday morning. Eric Willeroy, what's up? Derek Mitter, what's up? Kagan Sharp, how are ya? Rich Panicelli is up in the place this morning. We're rocking and rolling. All right, my man. All right, my ladies. All right, all my friends. It's time for me to introduce you. I said us. Let me make sure that music's turned off. This is the part where I mess up all the time. But it's time for me to introduce you to my man, Mr. Alan Dickie. Before I do, I want to show you something.
Come here and have a seat.
Okay.
You want an apple for a snack, right?
Yeah.
I want to show you something. It's a new year. Today's New Year's Day. This is a new year. And I want to show you a fact that you are a champion. An absolute champion. Okay?
Okay.
So you know God, right?
Yeah.
Well, did you know something? God always finishes something before he starts it. Do you get that? Yeah. He always finishes something before he starts it. And I'm going to show you with this wonderful snack we're going to have here today.
Okay.
This is an apple, right?
Yeah. And a seed.
What's that beside the apple?
A seed.
Right? Now, let me ask you something. That seed, what's going to happen to that seed? We could plant it, right?
Yeah.
And if we plant it, what's it going to grow into?
It's going to grow into a big apple tree.
Right? It'll be a big apple tree that has a ton of apples, right?
And we could pick them.
We could pick them and we could eat so many of them.
Yeah.
But the point of the matter is right now, inside this apple, before I opened it,
Yeah.
was the true destiny of the apple, the seed. Right? You right now inside of you have a true destiny to be a champion. See, when God created you, he finished his work. He created what he made you to be. And then he went back to the beginning and said, Daddy and Mom, here's your baby. And that was you. And much like this apple, inside is its true destiny, the seed. God always finishes something before he starts it. And while some may look at this as a little seed, and while some may look at you as, well, you're just a little girl. No, it couldn't be further from the truth. You are a champion, destined for greatness in this life, just as this seed is not just a little seed, it's an apple tree, destined to make a ton of apples. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Happy New Year, honey. I love you.
I love you too.
Let's have some apples.
ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to the one and only Mr. Alan Ace Man Dickie. What's up, my man? How are you this morning?
Man, I'm awake. I can tell you that much. No, we're doing great over here. Super excited to be on the show with you. Been watching from afar, a fan for a long time. So, yeah, this is cool.
Dude, that is so awesome. I absolutely love that video. I think more than the thing I love most about the video is the way your daughter is engaged. She's like giggling. She's giggly about it. That you're teaching her this awesome lesson, and here you are calling her a champion, man. Like, how powerful is that, dude? Where'd that come from? What inspired you to do that?
It's funny. A lot of the people that I meet in my travels, an aspect of my business is I source and develop talent for dealerships all across the continent. And the amount of times I get in front of individuals who have a lot of disempowering belief systems about themselves, and in many cases, they tell me it roots back to their upbringing. Some people have some parents out there that tell them that'll never work and things of that nature. Luckily for me, I never had parents like that, and I understand the power of planting those seeds. So, if you talk to my daughters right now, every morning I say, "What are you?" And they'll say, "We're champions and closers." I'm developing them early.
Dude, I love that. Disempowering belief systems. Man, that's strong. That's not just strong, like that's an epidemic on this planet, isn't it?
Yeah, obviously. A lot of times, just look at our day to day. It's funny because of the time we've spent in dealerships, we've experienced it as sales representatives and we've experienced it as leaders to these sales representatives. And it's funny, one of the biggest things I always say to people is the most powerful 2 words, in my opinion: why not? Everybody always gets hung up on, this is too big, or that's not going to work for me. Why not? Why won't it work for you? And so, that's one of the things that leaders like us do. We lead by example, and we say to people, why not? And then we go and take on that big thing that they're making a big deal out of. And when we do so, we shrink it to something that size. We turn mountains into anthills, and then we stomp on them and overcome. And this is how we get them to believe the same, right?
Oh, man, that's awesome. I love it. And I love that you joined us this morning, man. I really appreciate you joining us. You're up there in Canada, right?
Toronto, yes. Born and raised.
Toronto.
If you haven't been, you need to come. But I want to warn all of you watching, if you come up here, you might not go home.
Oh, really?
That's the proud Torontonian.
That's awesome, man. Dude, when, I found out about you, I started hearing about you, a lot of people, you've worked with a lot of people that I know. We've never really been connected, but we've been in the same thing for a long time. What's this Ace Man? What's Ace Man all about?
Well, it's the selling system I created. ACE stands for attitude, conviction, and energy. I believe if you have those 3 things in place, you can go anywhere. People don't buy cars or any products, services, thoughts, idea, or concepts for that matter. They buy people. So I'm big on that, on attitude, conviction, and energy. I believe when you're familiar with your product, when you've asked the right questions to your client, you've identified that your product's going to serve their needs. When you deliver that information and that belief system that you hold for them with the great attitude, conviction, and energy, it's irresistible. It's an influence thing, and people will follow it. So that's what the Ace Man is all about. It's funny, your market sort of labels you and gives you these names, and my selling system was the Ace Man. But after I started coming out onto social media the way I did, it didn't take long before people started calling me Ace Man, and I rolled with it. So I dig it. That's my name now.
Dude, I love it. I love the simplicity of it. Attitude, conviction, and energy. Simple, right? That's
it, man.
That's strong right there. If and that applies to not just sales. That's everything. When it comes to your family, when it comes to your relationships with your spouse, all of that. If you go in with the right attitude, conviction, and energy, there's nothing you can't overcome, right? That's strong, man.
Even take a look at that video we just watched in the intro. I have to be convicted when I'm convicting my kids of what they are and what their futures hold. And if I can be convicted in talking to them, I can get them to buy into these ways of thinking. And that's a lot of what it is. What we do as sales representatives is we utilize our ability to influence. And it's a very powerful thing that shouldn't be taken lightly. And when you do have that ability to influence other people, it's something that is to be taken very seriously. There's a lot of good influences or influencers out there who are using their abilities for negative returns, if you will. So
Yeah, sure.
it's something I take very serious. And I think the more people that I'm able to influence, the better. You know, the more we can grow this positive army of, hey, why not? We can do anything. Let's rise and grind and get after it. The better off we'll be. So, yeah, it's a big deal to me, man. And as I can see with my children and all the students and people that I work with, it does have a positive effect. And I like to believe that the ACE Army is only growing on planet Earth.
Dude, that's strong, man. I love that. I love the, with great power comes great responsibility for sure. I've lived on the other side of that. I've always been an influencer. I've always been able to get people to follow me, and I used to help them follow me right off the edge of a cliff. Is what I used to do. So I totally understand that. And the energy that it takes to do that is really important. I want to talk about that real quick. You've had a lot of success in the in training and influencing and helping people with great attitude and conviction and energy. So I don't know, but for as far as I've learned, every successful person I've ever studied, every successful person I've ever gotten to know, they all have a great morning routine. What does your mornings look like? What's the morning look like in the Alan Dickie house?
Yeah, you know what? It's consistent with the theme of everything I do. Proactivity, not reactivity. Is that even a word? I'm very big on being proactive with everything. So, much as we were talking about before we got started today, I'm actually in a dealership today. I'm going to be spending the day with a wonderful Honda store that I do business with. And while I'm not going to be due into that store until about 10 o'clock this morning, my day starts at this time. I like to get up. I like to make sure everything's in order as far as my business and my team is concerned, make sure they're all straight and prepared for the day. And my morning is a lot about anticipation. I like to anticipate what it is I'm walking into, be prepared for the 3 or 5 different things that could happen amidst what I'm looking to accomplish, whatever that goal is. And by proactively anticipating all of the things that could go a little sideways from, what I'm intending or planning on them to go, it just puts me in a state of preparation. And therefore, when unforeseen things show up, I'm prepared for them. I'm not rattled. I stay focused and I move forward. So preparation, man, it's one of the biggest things. And, to put it out there, you're talking about the planner that you've made available to the group. I mean, this is a prime example about what we're talking about. I'm sitting here right now, and this is my magic book, all right? And that book sits with me every single morning, and that's where I do exactly what I'm telling you, proactively plan for the day and the week and the month and the year that is about to come. So my morning routine, as you can tell, it's this book and it's this cup right here. And usually we need about 2.5 of them before we're ready to put on the cape and fly out the door for the day.
That's beautiful, man. Preparation is key. It's
Yes.
all about preparation, man. It's all about it. And I love it, especially, being self-employed, right? Owning our own businesses. I'm so glad and so thankful. I was talking to my wife about it yesterday. I'm so glad that God gave me the Rise and Grind group and gave me this 4:30 a.m. commitment that I have to do, that I'm now so deep into, I can't back out of it, right? There's no backing out at this point. He gave me that before he let me out of the dealership, because he knew, I think God knew if I didn't have the 4:30, I maybe wouldn't have the discipline that it takes to run my own, to run my own business. So I think that's super important. Got to get up, get prepared, proactively tackle the day. I love it. I love it. So let me ask you real quick. This is we got business, right? We have business, and then we kind of have our other stuff. We've got our hobbies and our fun life and our families and that kind of stuff. So what does like the Alan Dickie household look like away from business, when you're not in dealerships, when you're not working? What kind of things are you guys doing?
It's intense. Everything. Listen, in my opinion, when you're on the right side of the pavement, you should be going 100 on everything you do. A lot of the old stigmas in our industry about working 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, this is nonsense, in my opinion. So one of the things that I preach is if you're going to be at the dealership today, if you're going to be spending your 9 hours there, put 9 in, like put a hard 9 in. If you're going to be getting home from the dealership at the end of that evening and you've got a little piece of time carved out to go on that date with your significant other, be 100% on the date. The phone stay in the car, you're fully engaged, and it just everything. When I'm with my kids, if we're out building snowmen, we're making snow angels, we're getting snow all in our snowsuits, we're going 100% on everything. And that's the whole thing, I'm a leader, or I'm leading by example with my family. So when I do come home, I'm not trying to have a little snowball fight with, one throw of a ball. No, let's make 100 of them and let's go to war in the backyard, that type of thing. So everything I do, the biggest premise is if you're going to do it, be 100% at it, go all the way, because there will be a day where you'll wish you had. And regrets are something you want nothing to do with in life. So I would rather enjoy a bunch of failures that taught me a number of wise things in my life than be somebody who's in a chair at the age of 90 saying, I wish I had it.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Amen to that. I love it, man. Go full out 100 on everything. If you're going to make a snowball, make 100. Have a war, dude. That's valuable.
If you're going to do it, do it. You said
Dude, I love that. I love that. And you and I are aligned in so many ways. It's really, really, really neat. When we bought this house here, we decided we were going to put a play set in the backyard. And we're looking through all these different play sets. I'm like, dude, if we're going to do a play set, like, we got to get the play set. So our entire backyard, we've got an acre of land, and half of it's filled with this play set. And by going 100 all in on this massive thing, I mean, it's got 4 swings, it's got big sliding slides, like it's this thing. But the kids use it every day that's warm outside. They use it, and what it's done is it's actually drawn in all the neighbors. Some of the neighbors took down their little play sets, and they just send the kids over to our house, which is cool because I love all the kids being in the backyard. I love my family being tight knit. We get those opportunities. So I'm with you, man. Go 100. Those of you guys that are watching this show right now, this is fire. This is powerful stuff this morning. If you haven't hit the share button, do it now. What the heck are you waiting on? Let's go 100 on this. Dude, it's Black Friday. I know some people are out shopping already. I know some people are still sleeping right now because they got the day off. I know all that stuff's going on, but they're going to be watching this later and they're going to be going, holy smokes. This stuff's fire, and they're gonna call you. They're gonna say, Gail, thank you for pressing share so I can watch that video. And they're gonna say, Josh, oh, dude, thanks for sharing so that I can watch that video. That's what's gonna happen. You can be a part of that. So do it right now, Alan. I'm yelling at them this morning, dude. I'm trying to wake them up. They're all turkeyed up.
I was just going to say, if there was ever going to be your toughest episode for getting everybody to rise and grind, it's going to be Black Friday, isn't it? People are waking up this morning and they still have feathers hanging out of their mouth.
That is a fact, man. What an incredible day yesterday was, though. I love spending time with my family and being thankful. All right, listen. Now, this group is not, we've got about 20% auto salespeople in here. We've got 49% women in here, which is awesome. I love that our group's about 49% women. But we've got kind of all industries. And I guess my question, you're talking to one of them, right? You're talking to people from all different industries, anybody, because you've done some incredible things in your life. What are 3 things, if somebody who's really wanting to like level up, right? They want to level up their life. What are 3 things that you would suggest? Like, hey, here's 3 things that you need to do right away to help them get to that next level.
This is, you know what? Everybody watching should get excited right now because I don't even need to give you 3. There's 2. There's 2 real simple things that you can do to level up any aspect of your life. Are you ready for it?
I'm ready.
Number one is practice. Number 2 is find a mentor. The end. Practice and find a mentor. I always say to people, Glenn, knowledge will never guarantee you prosperity. For if it did, the university professor teaching me how to be a zillionaire in the stock market wouldn't have arrived to the university in a crappy car that needed a boost that day. He'd be out in the stock market making a zillion. So knowledge will never guarantee prosperity. Now, wisdom, however, can and will guarantee prosperity. And this begs the question, what's wisdom? Wisdom is simply knowledge applied. And so when I go and work with dealers, as I will this morning, I'm going to deliver an abundance of knowledge to these people. Their ability to actually practice it and carry it out is what will transfer that knowledge into wisdom and deliver the blessing. And so many out there are saying, hey, I want to level up. I want to do all these things. Look, you don't need me, right? If I'm the authority on selling, on persuasion, on influence, on all these things, you don't need me. You can learn everything organically as I did. It's just going to take you 20 years. Or you can do what smart people do. They find the guy who's put in the 20 years, and then they stroke a check to get that 20 years in a matter of 6 months, right? And when you get this information, that's where you go back to the drawing board and you start to drill it, practice, practice, practice until you have it down. A lot of people see me in dealerships and they say, oh my gosh, man, you're amazing. You have answers for everything. I say, yeah, because I've practiced answering all of these questions a million times. And that's why I show up to the dealership and there's no books or planners required. It's all between my ears and I can go off on any lesson at any time. Again, getting back to that preparation thing. So to anybody who's looking to level up, identify the mentor. Whoever is living the way you want to live, performing the way you want to perform, and has accomplished what you wish to accomplish, find that person, stroke the check, take the information, and then practice your face off. You do those things, then you'll be coming on live saying, you know what? My life changed one day when I was watching the Rise and Grind show, and this Dickie Ace Man guy told me to practice and get a mentor. I'm telling you, there you go. I just told the future to half of the viewers this morning.
I love it. That's awesome.
Right? Tell me I'm wrong,
awesome.
right?
Oh, that's awesome. Knowledge will never guarantee prosperity. Knowledge will never guarantee prosperity. The wisdom will. That is strong, dude. Practice and a good mentor. Dude, look, we're way over time already. We're way over time. We were supposed to be done like 3 minutes ago, but I'm not done with you yet. With you yet. There's too much. There's too much here, man. There's too much here for my audience. There's too much here for my friends, for my family, for the people that are gonna wake up later and be like, man, I should have watched that earlier. But I would have known this powerful stuff. This is good. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do what's called a 2-minute takeaway. All right. Boy. We're gonna dive into this 2-minute takeaway. And here's how this works. You're up on top of a mountain. Okay. Tallest mountain. You're up on top of the mountain, and the entire civilization, every human being, every single person on the planet is looking up at Alan Dickie, and they're going, man, save us, bro. We need that wisdom. We need the valuable. What is it? What is it, man? And you've got 2 minutes to deliver a message that they can apply right now, here, today, which you just gave one already. That was a good one right there, but I'm going to make you come up with another one. So you've got 2 minutes to completely change and impact their lives. What are you going to tell them standing on that mountaintop?
Well, if I'm on that mountaintop, again, I would probably only need 3 seconds, and I would just say, find Jesus. That would be my first order of business. But after that, I would use the next minute and 57 seconds to say to them, man, go for it. At the end of the day, go for it. I subscribe to 3 laws that guarantee success. It's funny, human beings are afraid of accountability. That's why if you look back in your life on anybody who ever advised you on how to be successful, they always gave you convicted answers to this question until they got to the caveat. And the caveat was where they lost their conviction and said, and you need a little bit of luck. Well, there's a reason I have laws that guarantee success. Rules are meant to be what? Broken. That's why they're not rules. And so I would say to everybody, go for it and live your life by these laws. Where there's a will, there's a way. If I want to do something, I'll find a way. If not, I'll find an excuse. And I'm the problem, I'm the solution. If you live and die by those rules, or laws, in life, then any dream, thought, concept, anything you have in your mind or in your heart, you can bring to fruition. And I'll say this as well, anything that is inside your heart like that is exactly speaking to your destiny, much like that seed in the apple in the intro video. And oh, honey, bear with me, guys. I've got an early riser this morning.
Hey, good morning, sunshine.
We're live on TV. Wave hi to everybody.
Hi.
Oh, I'm so glad you joined us this morning.
This one woke up. I was a little loud, perhaps. Do you want to go see Mom? Hey, there's Mom.
Oh, I love it. She's beautiful, man. She's
Those
beautiful. Dude,
those three
hold on.
laws of
I
what
need
I
the
just
second one
shared with
again.
you.
It was will that where there's a will, there's a way, and I got I'm the problem and the solution. What was the one in the middle?
Yeah, the one in the middle was if, and I always tell people, write this in the first person. If I want to do something, I'll find a way. If not, I'll find an excuse. It starts and ends right there. So to everybody watching right now, if you think about challenges in your life that you've been looking to overcome, live and die by those laws, and the success can and will be guaranteed. But understand this, everybody wants to go to heaven. Nobody wants to die. Everybody wants to be the successful business person, sales representative, or entrepreneur, but nobody wants to put in the time. They want to go and spend Black Friday in malls instead of practicing and focusing on their mentor's lessons.
Yeah, man. Dude, legit. Round of applause. Round of applause for my man Alan Dickie. Dude, straight fire. I'm ready to go. I'm doing, man. Listen, today, Black Friday, all I got to sell right now is a planner. That's it. But I'm gonna sell something else too. I'm just gonna sell stuff all day because of what you just did for me, man. Thank you so much, dude. You are an amazing human being. Truly, truly amazing human being, dude. Uniquely made by the God of the universe. He made you to be the best version of you that you can be, and you're doing it, bro. You're doing it. And the things that you're doing, they're having an incredible impact. The people that have messaged me about you, you've impacted their lives in such an incredible way. And now you've come on this show, you've impacted mine and all of my followers, man. And I love you for it, bro. Thank you so much for sharing this time with us this morning.
Yeah, no, I appreciate the opportunity to do so, because that's why we do it. You know, a lot of people they don't all understand, but the reason we spend our time and energy putting together content like this, sharing information, is because we do understand giving induces reciprocation. You know, Zig said it best, didn't he? We can have anything we want to in life as long as we help others get what they want. Well, I think you're doing a fine job and joining me in this fight to continue to help people so we can all raise a standard of how we enjoy creating our lives and not being a victim to them.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. Thank you, guys. Hey, all of you guys out there in Facebook land, again, make sure if you haven't done so already, hit that share button. Also, go to GlennLundy.com. Get your planner today or you will kick yourself in the butt tomorrow because you're going to buy it at some point, I promise. The value is there. When people start getting them in their hands and they start using them every day and you start watching their lives change, then you're going to be like, dang it, I should have listened to Glenn on Black Friday and bought one. So just buy it right now. Also, my man Michael Kerrigan, I told him I'd tell you guys about this, but he's launching his One Straw today. Have you seen these stainless steel So in California, they've banned plastic straws. Have you heard about that?
I didn't hear about that.
If you use a plastic straw in the state of California, you go to jail for a year.
Stop.
Swear.
No.
They banned the plastic straws in the entire state because these plastic straws have been filling up the landfills. They don't go away, right? And they're getting this one use, and then it just fills in the landfill, and they never go away. So they banned them. So my man Michael Kerrigan invented the stainless steel reusable straw that goes on your keychain. You put it on your keychain in this case. You use this right here, and he is launching it today at one-straw.com. He's got them 20% off here on Black Friday. Pretty cool, right?
Isn't it funny? This is a prime example of whenever a problem or a perceived challenge, as I like to say, problem's too negative, whenever one shows up, instead of freaking out, look at this gentleman who came up with this solution and identify there's money in perceived challenges. Embrace them. In fact, any of you watching, if you have any perceived challenges right now, inbox me them. I'd love to make a mint off of your idea or your challenge.
I'm with you, my man. I'm with you. All right, guys, we got to get out of here. We ran way late today, but that's because my man Alan Dickie was delivering overwhelming value, which I truly appreciate. You guys have an incredible day today. Have a powerful day today. Just kill it today. Go absolutely 100, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning at 5:30 a.m. We will do this all over again on #RiseAndGrind.